Hello once again everyone and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host Kruznik X. Once again we are playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, the newest expansion in the Final Fantasy XIV saga. Last episode, we finally found the entrance to the City of Gold. And in doing so, Uklamat has become the new Dawnservant of Tuliyollal. Her ascension is due to happen any moment now, I don't know. But I think we've earned some well-deserved rest, so we're just gonna continue on our journey. Upon speaking with Peshekwa, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay, yeah, sufficient time, all that. Let's get on with it with the level 95 quest, Dawn of a New Tomorrow. Welcome back, and may I congratulate you on Wuklamat's victory in the Rite of Succession. It is our great honor to host the comrades of our future Dawnservant. Such a grand journey has doubtless left you fatigued. Please relax and enjoy your stay. Sometime later. Ona. Surprised to see me? I suppose it's only natural. May I come in? I haven't properly thanked you. For what? That my sister was able to realize her potential is testament to the quality of her traveling companion. Particularly you. For that, you have my heartfelt gratitude. Uklamat did all the work. I was just moral support. My primary business in calling is to deliver a message from Namachi. As you well know, after the Ascension ceremony, she will officially take up the mantle of Dawnservant. She has expressed a desire for you to accept a post within her administration, while making no mention of me. You needn't decide immediately. My sister will broach the matter with you again after the ceremony. Whether you continue to assist Namachi or not is up to you. That is all. If you will excuse me. You have become irreplaceable to her. You have become someone irreplaceable to her. As her brother, I acknowledge that with no little jealousy. But believe me when I say, I hope you will stay by her side. I don't know. And thus it arrived. The day of the Dawnservant Ascension ceremony. Ooh, everybody turned
What
up.
a crowd! As befits the changing of Dawnservants.
It's starting.
The Dawnservant!
Look! He's here!
And the wisdom head is still sleeping.
The head of reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
People of Tuliyollal, you honor us with your presence. For on this auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of Dawnservants. But I've talked for long enough. Allow me to present the claimant, whose determination, wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph and the city of gold. My daughter, Wook Lamat. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Long live the Dawnservant! Long live Tuliyollal!
Growing up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tuliyollal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds with visitors. And with their alpacas and tradecraft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude, to know when to push through and when not to push your luck. From the moblins and their artisans, I gained insight into the power of creativity, that it is when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we produce our best works. I was moved by the history and hopes of the Yokhui, who believe that death isn't the end, that we live on so long as we remembered. I felt joy and harmony in Yaktel when I tasted Shebruk Bibil, the dish that marked the beginning of peace between the Shebral and Mamurja after centuries of warfare. And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I am hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community, for we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive, and the ways in which we still struggle. Some in Kozamauka must resort to banditry to survive. A faction of Yokhui still cling to dreams of conquest. Not everyone lives in peace and plenty. And there's still so much of Tuliyollal I don't know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met. That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows happiness.
Now that's a
Because
speech.
if there's one thing my journey has taught me, it's that your happiness is my happiness.
Good speech. Could have been delivered with a little bit more enthusiasm. Now this song bops, okay?
I say mine, but a Dawnservant doesn't need to be a single person, does it?
Eh?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Yeah. My father led Tuliyollal to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his 2 heads. But my one head can only get us so far. To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else. Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack. So what do you say? Be Dawnservant with me, Kona?
Saw that coming.
Ramachi, are you certain?
Of course she is.
Absolutely. You take reason, and I take resolve. Together, we make a full Dawnservant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course. But mine is not the approval you need.
During my time abroad, I experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now soar the sky in the south, while locomotives traverse the land in the north. I was convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside, and the very people I wish to protect. My own journey has taught me that culture isn't a hindrance to progress, but a shared value that binds us, connecting lives and generations. With your blessing, I vow to help Tuliyollal prosper in a way that honors the hopes and heritage of all her peoples. My esteemed predecessor would accept nothing less. for ultimately, I harbor the same wish as my sister. To give you cause to smile. That is my heartfelt desire.
Oh.
Glad this didn't go to waste.
Very nice.
This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tuliyollal saga where you and I become the next Dawnservant.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so busy ahead of the ceremony.
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
With this, both my brother and I have worthy successors. He would have been proud. Of course you knew.
Wait, he's been dead this whole time?
It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
Aww.
It cannot be. The head of reason is no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be chosen. Planning the right was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease. And then he died, forcing me to do the actual work. A sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself.
Though not quite to the original script, your new Dawnservant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliyollal.
Trial? Uklamat was brilliant up there, wasn't she? The part with the second promise was surprising, but between the two of them, I dare say our new Dawnservants will be capable of anything. The future of Tuliyollal is bright indeed. earlier in Yaktel.
Change is in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand. Every Ilmer father's daughter, that one. I'll be watching where you steer this nation, lass. With what time I've got left.
And now we get into the second half of this journey. Let's continue. Uklamat has truly come into her own, has she not? Indeed. Even as she moved the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kona as fellow Dawnservant. As sudden as it was, I would like to believe she gave it all due consideration. She could do far worse. Kona completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Wuklamat secure victory. I look forward to seeing how Tuliyollal will prosper under their care. Everyone, thank you for coming. I could see you all perfectly from up here, there. That was an impressive speech, Dawnservant. I told you, no titles. Besides, after everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. So, like my family does, I'd like you to call me Lamachi. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. Oh, don't worry about that. However you say it, I know it'll be with love. If we do mispronounce it, please correct us, but it would be my honor to call you Lamachi. Mine as well. Indeed. Consider us your Eorzean cousins, if such a notion appeals to you. Eorzean cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. There's still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who are visiting for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course. We'll keep ourselves entertained. That said, would you join me, Chris? Wonderful. Come and meet me outside at the Winged Walk then. Alright, a run through Tuliyollal again. Ready? Let's go. Our first stop is Auntie's Tacos. And not just for a snack, I promise. Wukevu and Mablu should be there. All right. Good thing there are clear skies for this. Now we can sprint. Oh, Linohanu is also here. Dawnservant Wuklamat. Words cannot well express the profound joy your ascension has brought me. No need for formalities. I'm still the same old me. Alright then, I shall forgo formalities. Oh, but I cannot. You are Dawnservant. Too disrespectful it is to address you without your due title. As Dawnservant, I'm ordering you not to bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I can't with this fucking dude. I fucking can't with this guy. Oh. I could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Thank you for helping Wuklamat become Dawnservant, Chris. Political opinions in our community may have been divided, but the Dawnservant's ascension presents us all with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. A wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. I do like the sound of a sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. It's so good to see all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The feat of reeds and the feat of gold were my first true test as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I would have failed the rite of succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you have given me a taste for celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tuliyollal has to offer. In Shaktoral, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer my services as a tutor, should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kona as well. Your duties as Dawnservant will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend Ihehana next season. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. When I've made a name for myself as merchant, I'll come by the palace and tell you all about my biggest sales. I look forward to it. I have been personally attending to your alpaca's care. Dare we hope to see you at the ranch again? Tell my fluffy, spit-filled friend that Wuklamat will visit soon. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. Oh, you haven't seen Fontaine around here, have you? A tall, slim fellow with long, pointy ears? I saw a man matching that description by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bevy. In the company of a moblin and a pair of Okhui, if I remember correctly. Bayside Bevy. Got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone. And the tacos. Wait, there's tacos? we get tacos? I want tacos though. Oh, Bayside Bevy. I just ran past it. Oh, I gotta do Gerfurla's voice, don't I? Woogla, Dawnservant, Chris, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tuliyollal isn't a short one. Oh, there it is.
Long road worth the travel to congratulate new Dawnservant.
To hear that of reason has passed brings me sorrow. But we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of this day be as offerings to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I attend on behalf of Warlor's Echo. Had our people come en masse, we would have been an obstruction.
Nonsense! You're always welcome, all of you. This is your city as much as anyone's. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, Chris. Though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has been both long and colorful. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you'll remember. Yet here we stand, celebrating the ascension of your claimant. When my journey began, I thought only of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of Potts, the feat of Proof, and the feat of Ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that was what my father envisioned for this nation. That's the Tuliyollal I want for you all. So I promise you this. As Dawnservant, I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in Kozamaoka and the Yokhoi of Shiraga Sultan. I won't forsake them.
As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Chihuahua come to accept your peace.
Their beliefs have stood for a millennium. While not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined. They'll come around eventually. Mark my words. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblins' hospitality, I've been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honor my father's legacy.
Now that good living is secure, the village overflows with field smiles. Such cooperation between Hellpans and Potswan is the very spirit of a healthy pact.
A partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I'd like to see, so we should take our leave. Let's try and find Hunmuruk.
There's Shipwreck Rocks. I believe I saw him on the sands below.
The Gleam Sands. Thank you. Enjoy your time in the city. And remember, this will always be your home too. this way. Oh, there's no stairs. Except inside. There's Humuruk.
My. You honor us with a personal visit, Dawnservant. Congratulations on your ascension.
No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I am still just Wuklamat.
More than just, I'd say. You have grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud.
I hope so, but big events like this make me wonder, you know? What my birth parents might say if they knew.
I imagine they would say that it fills their hearts with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you have become. I owe you my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me.
I told Bakul Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person. But he marched off, muttering something about not being able to face you just yet.
The boy needs purpose. Purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good.
I'm sure he'll find it in his own time. Especially if he knows his family is there for him.
That we are.
By the by, have you seen Katanram anywhere? Tangwa, that is. Katanram, was it? A strong name, if a bit exotic. We called upon him before leaving Mamuk, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either.
The first promise was notably absent as well, though I assumed he required time to salve his injured pride.
Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. As for Tankwa, I'm sure he's here around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we least expect him. We'd best be going, but relax, enjoy, and make yourselves at home. And come and visit us anytime. Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the Winged Walk. Wait, where is the closest Aetheryte? Probably back up the stairs. Alright. We'll go by way of the Resplendent Quarter. I love sunny days in Tuliyollal. Nice view of the ocean.
Welcome back. I hope you didn't rush on our account.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
Yep, pretty much.
I have.
Except for Ken and Rom.
Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tuliyollal with me.
Hey, Teresa. Hanging in there.
I'm not forcing you, of course, but should you wish it, you always have a place here.
Well, it's a tempting offer to stay in Tuliyollal.
That's right. This is for you. A permit granting passage to Shaktural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see.
Ooh. New area.
I'm sure like you could hardly resist, no?
Obviously. You know me too well.
I can't believe our journey is over already.
I mean, we're only halfway through the game, so it's probably not over just yet.
You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawnservant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me.
Once he tells you.
Feel free to pass the time as you like.
As for how I'm doing all right.
I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Sharlayan.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations
I
with
swear, the
Mamuk,
twins need a haircut.
we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it, and by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tuliyollal as well.
By all means, your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Shaktural, perhaps?
That's the plan. I mean, there's not a lot else for me to do in
Of
Tural.
course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
Damn right.
Then perhaps we could travel together?
Sure.
The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Shaktural. If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Works for me.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
Not goodbye, it's just until next time.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Tuliyollal Skygate.
Wait. Time to explore a new destination. Hey, Kona!
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
You know it. And we're off on to our next adventure. And just to remind everyone, we're still halfway through the game. Alright, he said meet him at the Tuliyollal Skygate. Of course, they put me on freaking winged walk while they do that, so now I have to run all the way back to an Aetheryte, or just run all the way there. Terry Teresa asks if I play Withering Waves too. I didn't. I'll admit, this is the first time hearing about that game. What platform is it on? And what kind of game is it? Oh wait, I went to go grab a drink and I'm grabbing the wrong can. I really do need to throw away some of these cans or get rid of them. Alright, Anvil. Past these gates and over the bridge lies Tuliyollal. You have your permit, yes? Packed and ready? No last minute stops to make before we leave? Forgive me. I'm afraid traveling with our new Dawnservant may have scarred me for life. Cutscenes. Meanwhile, in the depths of the sky deep cenote. Wait. No, the fuck he did not. Oh shit.
This is the gate to the Golden City. 2 decades ago, your father bade me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the Songs. Whoops. Petitioning the study of this place. What he discovered was something the Dawnservant feared enough to seal away forever. Or so we thought until the right's objective became the City of Gold. But to think that Tanquil would be entrusted with its safekeeping. Had I known that doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. Great power sleeps here, and with it, you shall obtain your birthright. So you say that the new Dawnservant succeeded where I could not. Taking their throne will be no easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There is no need for worry. I have liberated the key from the Dawnservant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. You will gain all you were denied. The right, your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. Seize your future promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be.
Oh shit, on a brick.
It's working! At last! Who's there? Show yourself! If only I could. Alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. Then, you are the guardian of the city's great power? I do not claim this power is great, but the knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire. To remake worlds. Is that so? Fascinating. Name your price then, for my desire is the world itself. Yes, yes! The resilient sun rises! Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule! Oh! Promise! Why? Knew someone was gonna get stabbed in the back. The useless tool is cast aside. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange. And we've unlocked another achievement in Right Triumphant. What does this give us? The Sunforged title. I like it, but I'm gonna stick with what I've got. We are gonna take a quick break and we will be back with more. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're... Oh, before we go, before we take a break, Terry Teresa asked, what is my favorite character in this game? Ooh. Okay, so I haven't been through the entirety of Dawntrail yet.
In terms of new character, in terms of current characters, I have to say, this is a toughie. I'd have to say Y'shtola a little bit in terms of recurring characters, only because, you know, we've seen a fair bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A fair bit of growth and significant changes to her character, even throughout the expansion. I mean, in 1.0 in A Realm Reborn, she was simply just part of the Circle of Knowing, a part of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. She was witty, but there wasn't really much to her. It wasn't until Heaven's Ward that she really started developing, especially considering the fact that she is actually blind and seeing. She's actually seeing by reaching out through the ambient ether around her. And of course, in Shadowbringers, she got her cool black magey look that everybody loves. And she's held on to that for like 3-4 expansions now. And in Endwalker, or at least in the post-Endwalker storyline, we see a bit of vulnerability to her in like just catching her while she's sleeping, the whole water, froth and foam, which I will not get into right now because I would rather not piss her off. In terms of new characters, in terms of characters introduced for Dawntrail, it's gonna be tough because while I do like Wukalamat, I feel like her voice actress is leaving their performance. There's much to be desired from their voice actresses' performance. There needs to be a little bit more emotion into it. That's all I can really say. In terms of who I actually like in Dawntrail, right now, it's really tough to admit, but Bakul Jaja does go through a significant kind of character development, and does a complete 180 for that matter. I hated the dude, especially for what he did to some innocent tacos early in Dawntrail. Yes, I will not shut up about that because I love tacos. Tacos are life, tacos are love, and anyone who says they don't like tacos is a fucking liar. But honestly, Bakul Jaja has had a significant character development. But if I have to say, I would have to say Kona, only because he has pursued life intellectually, but now he's learning that just being an intellectual isn't going to solve everything. Sometimes you gotta account for people's feelings, and this is something to risk sounding a little emotional here. This is something that slowly I'm trying to learn myself. But I'll talk about that in between episodes. For right now, we're gonna take a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for more. If you haven't done it yet, hit the follow button and turn on notifications. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the full Dawntrail playlist, and click here to watch the next video when it comes out. Until then, see you in a bit.